And now we are back. The Chicago Bears are on the clock, followed by Philadelphia. Is it getting to be time we look at QBs again at this stage of the draft, Mel?
I think the second round area, mid-second to late second, Brock Osweiler and Nick Foles. Nick Foles, second or third round. Cousins, Osweiler. Wilson's the wild card. Is he a 2? Is he a 3? I think he's guaranteed to be a day 2 acquisition to somebody. His stock has risen a lot over the last couple months.
But now it's time for the Bears.
To announce the Chicago Bears selection, please welcome from Louisville, the 19th overall pick in the 1980 draft by the Bears, linebacker Otis Wilson.
With the 45th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Alshon Jeffries, wide receiver, South Carolina.
Wow. The Bears have 2 big receivers now. They get Brandon Marshall in a trade with Miami, and Alshon Jeffries, 6'4", dominated the SEC 2 years ago. His production was split in half this year. Disappointed me a lot on tape this past season in Columbia. Appeared out of shape at times and even disinterested. However, when the ball is in the air, Alshon Jeffries can go get it. He had over 1,500 yards 2 years ago in the SEC, and he ripped some of the best competition in college football. If they get him in shape, get him stimulated, they have a double threat in Chicago, and here's a team that really hasn't had a 1,000-yard receiver in a long time.
John, he really dominated 2 years ago. Some good teams in the SEC. You think about the national champion, Alabama Crimson Tide. 7 catches for 127 yards. Auburn, another game, 192 receiving yards. Georgia, 7 catches, 103 yards. Quarterback was an issue at South Carolina this past year. You had 2 different quarterbacks for the Gamecocks. You had a situation where his weight was 225 to 230. Then he's 216 at the combine. Then he's 212 at his pro day. Runs in the 4.45 range. What's his body type going to be at the pro level? What will his speed be at that size? What will he play at? He worked out at numbers he didn't play at. That was the concern. That's why a guy that was 12th on the big board at times early in the year because of what he did the previous season dropped down into the second round.
Of course, they have flyers in Hester and Knox. They do have that. They got Brandon Marshall, and now they have Jeffrey. It cost them a 5 to move up to take him. And now the Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock. Always a busy team for Andy Reid in his 14th season. Philadelphia picking Fletcher Cox last night, moving up to do that in the first round.
To announce the Philadelphia Eagles selection, please welcome from Villanova University, the 91st overall pick of the 2002 draft by the Eagles, running back Brian Westbrook.
With the 46th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Michael Kendricks, linebacker, California.
Oh, by the way, Brian Westbrook was a ball player now.
So is this kid Kendricks.
Well, Kendricks is a little different now, huh? I mean, he can fly a little, Mel.
He can. I think a guy that was certainly in the Pac-10 this year, the best player on the defensive side of the ball. 106 tackles, 14 and a half behind the line. You talk about a kid 5'11 and a half, 240. Tremendous instincts as well. Intercepted a couple passes, pretty good in coverage. Huge game against Stanford. 13 tackles, 2.5 behind the line of scrimmage and a sack. Ran a 4.41 at the combine. 39 and a half vertical. Can play inside or outside. Obviously, with the Philadelphia Eagles, you had some additions. You're talking about a linebacking core was a big question mark. You made a deal for Miko Ryans. You like Brian Rowe. Now you got a kid in Michael Kendricks at Cal, can play on the outside. So I think the versatility and the production of Michael Kendricks. And John, I know when you study tape on him, you love the kid.
He's on the old Chucky team. Fast, physical, fearless, productive. He reminds me of a young Lance Briggs coming out of Arizona, and Philadelphia needs to upgrade those linebackers. I like this pick.
Let's go up to Bill Poley. And Bill, I know you've had your eye on this player as well.
I sure did. I saw him play live 3 times. This is the best 4-3 attacking linebacker in the draft, except for Luke Kuechly. He can do it all. He can run, he can hit, he's got punch, he knocks you backward, and he's bloodthirsty. This is a great pick.
Now, isn't that a term? Thank you, Bill. Isn't that a term you need? Bloodthirsty. There you go, bloodthirsty. Now we're talking some football. When we return, Seattle and the Patriots. We're bloodthirsty in round 2.
The clue should be here. Anything?
Over here. I found it.
It's an audio file.
Hey guys, the next challenge. Coordinates are north of...
OnStar, this is Pam.
Got some coordinates for you?
Downloading directions now.
32 highway MPG rated GMC terrain. The only thing more amazing than its technology
a picture file.
is what you can do with it. The 2012 Terrain from GMC.
Every communications provider is different, but CenturyLink is committed to being a different kind of communications company.
Do what you want when you want to. We all have time with a different kind of connection.
We link people in Fortune 500 companies nationwide and around the world, and we will continue to free you to do more and focus on what matters.
Yeah, link up and go now. Link up and go now.
I have the right to a guarantee that my rate is the lowest on the web. Do I ask for too much?
Kinda. Sometimes.
It's your voice, it's yourchoicehotels.com, where you'll always get the best internet rate guaranteed or your first night's free. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Instead, try the new Subway Smokehouse Barbecue Chicken. Big barbecue taste, 6 grams of fat. Subway, eat fresh.
Checking in.
Your name, please.
Michael Jordan.
Oh.
Michael Jordan, 8 o'clock?
Oh.
That's me.
Oh. Oh. Man.
How you doing?
Really? Let's go.
Welcome back to the 2012 NFL Draft, presented by Bud Light.
Well, yesterday we had 4 quarterbacks taken in the first round. Brock Osweiler hoping that perhaps he will be the 5th to go in the draft, as the same for Russell Wilson. Among those waiting to see if it's their time to be called. Meanwhile, the Seattle Seahawks are on the clock. They move down with the trade with the Jets. Here they go.
To announce the Seattle Seahawks selection, please welcome from Florida State University, the 6th overall pick of the 1997 draft by the Seahawks, offensive tackle Walter Jones.
With the 47th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Bobby Wagner, linebacker, Utah State.
Well, now remember yesterday they raised eyebrows with Bruce Irvin, and now maybe Mel and John a bit of a surprise with Bobby Wagner, or no?
Had him in a 3rd round, boom. What shocks me is trade down and lose Michael Kendricks, who I think is a significantly better player than Bobby Wagner. Baffles me. Seattle baffles me. I don't know. I don't get it. You know, you think about James Carpenter last year in the 1st, Bruce Irvin in the 1st this year. Now you pass on a Kendricks and trade down and you take Bobby Wagner. Now, he was productive at Utah State. No doubt about that. The kid hustles, gives you everything he has effort-wise. The question is instincts. He'll step slow, reacting at times. Came in late on some plays. To me, got caught up in traffic some. I thought he was a 3rd, 4th round type of guy that really helped him was the Senior Bowl week. Coaches are down in Mobile. Good Senior Bowl week. He was MVP of the North team. I think that's what Pete Carroll may have seen and liked. But to trade out of that pick and lose Michael Kendricks and then take Bobby Wagner, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Well, they re-signed Leroy Hill. They just signed Barrett Ruud. They like K.J. Wright. My